get into that bottom rail, leaving it far from the one that always goes up table. So far, I've yet to see anyone hold the cue ball too well, or consistently at least, in the center of the table for the one ball. Goes nice shot on the one ball. Can she hold the cue? All right. Not bad at all to start off. She's no stranger to competition. She's already played a couple sets. Nice shot on two, a little weak. Didn't get there for the three ball. Let's see what she decides to do here. She's going to cut this three ball in, be aggressive and go back and forth with the cue ball. I believe she's going to play a safety here maybe. I don't know. She's been working with Hunter Lombardo with her game. He's not in attendance today, but he's been here a few times before competing. I know he's working with her strategy and her mindset and overall game. She did go for it, back and forth with the cue ball. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Good touch on that, too. A little jacked up on the floor, but let's see if she's got some power stroke in her now. Not too much luck with that over here, but don't count her out yet. She had that beautiful shot on the one ball from the rail, similar position as this. Let's see if she can come with it again. This one we got to let the cue ball fly up and down for that six ball. Once you lined up, you got to let it out. This is one of those shots. Just fire this ball in if you're going to go for it. No, she decides to play safe and play conservative. Cue ball does not find the six. He's a wide open five ball for Dinko as he approaches the table for his first shot. Let's see if he can capitalize on this right now, taking down the first rack in this set. All right, nicely done there by Dinko. All right, Dinko goes up 1-0. Only one mistake that rack, costly mistake on a safety play. It's very tough to control two balls, long table, cue ball behind that six, and that five ball at the same speed. I'd rather pick a different path to just concentrate on one ball, and it doesn't matter really where the other ball is, whether it's the cue ball or the object ball. Very difficult there. I believe this is a winner side match. I'm assuming that. I don't believe either of these players played their second round yet. There we go. We were talking about that earlier. He held the cue ball on the upper half of the table. Has a better looking shot at the one ball. Unfortunately, the 7-8 blocked the shot. Let's see what he comes up with here. But for the most part, so far today, no one has been really holding the cue ball center table or high. Been getting a lot of force follow and going down table and getting hidden on the one. Not getting a shot on it right away. It's a good shot here, or a good attempt here. Send the cue ball behind that 8. Got a little lucky with the one goal going all the way down behind the 9. Jennifer has a thin cut on this to play another safety back, but she's also jacked up over the 7 and 8. She's got to keep as level a cue as possible on this one and just roll it out there for that one ball. A lot of people tend to jack up, get close and jack up, but if you move your hand back away a little bit, she has the rail right there to support her. Keeping the cue level, you have more control over that cue ball and not going to masse it off course. But unfortunately, she was not able to make contact with that one and gave up ball in hand. This is not a handicapped event, folks. Everyone plays even up, race to 8. The only things that are adjusted is that it is an alternate break format. That does level things out so the stronger players don't string racks on you. And the entry fees are scaled. A D class player pays 50 to get in, 55 for a C class, B class 60, A class 75, Open or Pro 100. Hopefully that clears things up for you guys in the chat room there. And here we have another wide open rack for Dinko. Shot, he doesn't want to get too straight on his 5 ball. If he does, he's still okay. He can just stop it there, let it roll up the ball for the 6 in the side. He's going to take a look at that now. Looks like the 7 passes the 8, no problem. 8 in the same pocket, and come back down table for the 9 in the bottom right. There from this angle we can see it's a nice clear shot. No worries down there. Very solid, very steady player indeed. Very methodical player. Always slow, steady pace. Not a slow player, but a calm, steady pace, always. Locally here, we tease him. Great guy, very funny guy. He looks dead serious with a killer look on his face, but when you talk to him, he's nothing but jokes and humor. Great guy. Call him the Croatian sensation. So Dinko takes down rack number 2. Back to Jennifer for the break. She had a decent break, her first break, and a tough shot on the one that she came with. Unfortunately, a failed safety allowed Dinko to get that rack. Nice break. Wing ball went right in. One ball went in the side. 2 back down table. Nice open table here. Let's see if she can keep composure, keep form. Play these balls out. Yeah, this really isn't a difficult table here. Nice, simple, clean stop shots to start out with. Roll up a little bit. Just has to leave herself the right angle on the 5 to go back up table for the 6, one rail. And she's very straight with this 3 ball, so shouldn't pose any problem whatsoever. If she stops the ball there, she has a decent angle. She can draw back a couple inches if she wants, but a stop would be more than enough right there. Yep, just as she did there. There's a nice angle there for the 6. Now in this alternate break format, since you are racking your own, the 9 ball does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets by the rack, but it does count in the sides and up top by the head string. Very nice. She's done a great job keeping in line in this match. She might have done a hair too much here, but she'll be all right either way. She could simply stop the ball. If she did go too far, she was still okay. One rail back up off the bottom rail. No dangers or troubles here. She's just leaving herself a stretch. Few things some people tend to forget about when they're playing is the distance. They might get the right angle and the right line. She's a little bit straighter than she wanted to be here. She's forced to use the bridge, stretching past half table. But she's all right. I don't want to put the jinx on her, the hex on her, and say this was a nice clean rack. I'll wait for that 9 ball to drop to make that mention. And there it is. Jennifer Barretta in good form in rack number 3. Gets a beat up. Dinko reapproaches the table for rack number 4. Alternate break, rack your own. 9 does not count on the break other than the sides and up top by the head string. It doesn't count in the back 2 pockets by the rack due to the fact that you're racking your own. There's someone familiar from the chat rooms you see behind Dinko. Sitting next to Spanky with his fist to his face is Tony Ignamriello. Tony Iggy. Dinko gave himself a little slug rack there. It looked like he was tied up on it. And he doesn't really crush the balls when he breaks either. But now you see Ryan Dutkin, another competitor and regular here at Sandcastle, also part-time worker. Talking to Dinko, busting his chops about the break, the rack rather. Unexpected miss. She had to get back down table for that too, but it's a small window for that. Now let's see if Dinko can either draw this cue ball back or go around the world. He's going to grab the bridge. Looks like he's going forward on this. Or not. He is drawing it back. Okay. I don't think I'd choose to jack up and draw this back like that at the table with the bridge. He did a very good job at that. That was a great shot. Great, great shot. Got to think about that 6-7. I don't know if the 6-9 looks any good. The combination. He tried to break him up, and unfortunately, kiss off the 9 sends him right to the pocket. That was highly unlikable, but obviously not impossible. Jennifer Barretta with ball in hand here now. I believe that 6 ball goes into that corner pocket there. Let's follow up one rail right into the line of the 6. And I might have gone a little bit further on that. I think she's afraid of going too far and then not having the right angle. She's on the correct side of the 6 now. That was easier. I don't have the same angle and view on the table as the players do, so I apologize. It's a little hard for me to see that. There's a nice clean stroke on that shot there. Pocket that 6 ball real nice and clean. Came around for the 7. A little short. See if she tries to hold the cue ball here towards the center of the table, or if she goes to the rail and back out. I think she's just going to hold it, drift over towards the 9, but just a little bit, trying to kill the cue ball. Or I could be wrong. She went for the side pocket. Nicely done. Now she has a nice side. And I will go out and say Jennifer ties this up at 2. She's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm and groove herself. As you'll see, both players will pick up their pace of play as confidence builds. They get into the flow of the match. Once again, this is a race to 8. Alternate break, rack your own. 9 does not count in the bottom 2 pockets. Does count on the break everywhere else. Jennifer's making sure to take a good look at that rack, as that 1 ball was off the rack when Dinko racked his and actually gave himself a slug rack. Not a great break. We'll have to re-examine the rack in that spot, see if it's got a brand new spot on it to start the day. I don't know if all the balls are not connecting behind that. but I'll be sure to take a look at that myself after the set. Tight rack here. You're going to see a lot of safety play in this rack. She does have a very thin 2-ball. Don't know if she can catch enough of it to send it back around the pack by the 8. She can go wide enough off of the 2. She should pass the 9-3 and go towards the side pocket, but before the 8. Just send the 2 to the short rail and back out. Too hard. Way too hard. That's what she was afraid of doing, and that's exactly what she did do. Nice light, easy touch just to roll the ball when you're hitting it that thin. Going halfway across the table, you're guaranteed to come back over another half. So, well, that mistake allows Dinko to get back to the table. I'm surprised he went one rail with that. Came through the balls. I think he was looking to come lower, maybe bump the 7 to get out for the 3. He does have an aisle through those balls. I don't know if the 3 goes in the side. If not, it'll be a stop shot and a safety. Or drew it back to the 6, sent the 3 down. An open shot and an open path around the 5. And she's got the angle to come around 2 rails on this, up for the 4. I'm sorry, around the 5 for the 4 ball. And then 1 rail off the 4, back up table for the 5, and out. That's the plan. There it is, nice clean shot. Let's check the speed, little bump on the 7, helps her out, and perfect. I don't know on this one. She looks a little too straight. Should have just stopped the cue ball rather than trying to draw it back a bit. That would have given her plenty enough angle to drag over for the 7 in the same pocket. I don't know if she has to roll up on this one or not. Can't tell exactly how straight it is. She has a little bit of an angle. Okay, she was able to pull it back out after all. Just a bit. Now she's forced herself to use the bridge again. This time unnecessarily. Earlier was fine. Well, two players that you saw on the featured table here earlier are now facing off on the one-loss side. Spanky, who just played last match, is facing off against Jo Hong from the first featured match. That is on the one-loss side. They both lost their featured matches, and now they're facing against each other on the one-loss side. It's going to be a quick day for one of those two. Jennifer Barretta here on with the ball in the side pocket. I don't believe that. Neither does she. Neither does she. Wow, that cue ball caught. I don't understand why she went that route or what she was trying on that shot. I think a lot of inside English just to catch the side rail and kill the cue ball would have done the trick there. I don't know if she was trying to drag it to go around the 9 ball. I'm not quite sure, but obviously that was not the right shot. And that allows Dinko to go up 3-2 as opposed to Jennifer going 3-2. That's going to sit on her mind for a bit. I'm not sure what she was thinking about, but I kind of like just juicing up the inside English on that and killing the cue ball off the rail to hold that line on the 9. Well, that gives Dinko a big break here, an opportunity to break and run a rack here, as he did when he opened up this match. Scores 3-2, raise to 8, alternate break, rack your own, 9 ball does not count. In the bottom 2 pockets by the rack, it does count on the break everywhere else. All right, he got a solid break, solid rack this time. But he does use a medium speed or softer break than most. Just trying to pocket the one in the side or the wing ball and just leave the ball spread open. He did do his soft break, but unfortunately he left 2 clusters of balls. That will turn this into another safety battle here to start out with. All right, she used the 4 ball there to kill the one, keep the 1 there, bring the ball, cue ball up. She did fine on that. Dinko goes for the 1, then cut, overcuts it, and still does not have enough on the cue ball to get real good shape on the 2. Nothing real pretty about this 1 to the 2 ball here. Bump the 4 and just settle for a long shot on the 2, because you can do a stop shot if you get straight enough on the 2, or just use a long rail to come out for the 3. I believe the 3 goes in the pocket where Jennifer's standing now. Let's see if she makes this. Oh, she gets around the 8. Had a knot on that. I like banking this 2 ball, coming around the 3 between the 3-6. Nice slower speed on this one, just to make the 2 pocket speed in the side, just enough for the cue ball to get past the 3. Just in case there's a miss, it would leave a tough shot, tough positioning from the 2 to the 3. Let's see if she goes for the bank. Nope. Safety here. Dinko immediately goes to his case for his jump cue. The good old frog from Robin Dotson. I don't know if many of you have been playing for a while remember that. That was, I think, the only jump cue that was out, and then the bungee cue came out. Actually, I don't know which came first, the bungee or the frog. And he jumps, banks the 2 to the corner, just misses it. It was a good attempt there with a dart stroke especially. Got over that ball real easy. And for a bit of a stretch on that shot, a nice clean pocketing, clean line with the cue ball straight up for that perfect window on 3. Let's see if she can come nice and easy between the 6 and the 5. I don't want too much on this ball, just settle for a little further shot on this one. Putting too much on this is going to send it into the 6. And I've just brushed the 6, not too bad, a little bit too much. She didn't kill the ball, so it's good. She didn't clobber it, it was nice. Back and forth, just misses the side, she's okay. I just rolled this 5 in, let the cue ball go forward on this. Nice little angle on the 6 to go along 2 rails for the 7. Nice easy shot here, Jen. Yeah. She wanted to force it the other way. That was her preference. She winds up with a simple 1 rail. She's going forward though. Looks like she's shooting high on this ball to go around the 9. Okay, I was mistaken. She was going 1 rail. Good. Alrighty. Good shot right there. Yep, she's left herself stretching once again. Going to her case for, I think, an extension that she has on the back of her cue also. She also has one of those cues that has the extension that screws right into the back. Comes in real nice and handy. It's about the same size as the butt of your cue to begin with, so it feels the same with your grip and all. Nicely executed. Cue ball right in the middle of the table, easy to reach. Nice easy shot on the 9 ball coming up. Well done. Good confident stroke on that 9 ball. I remember one article on, or one post on AZ Billiards, I believe, was asking people what their comfortable speed of shot is on their final ball, whether it be the 9 ball, 8 ball, or 10 ball. And I think 90% of the people agreed with like a firm medium stroke on that. Just to shoot the ball with confidence, don't allow anything quirky to happen. No skidding, no sliding, no uncertainties. And there you saw it on that 9 ball there. Nice, good, firm, medium Stroke on the 9. Brings Jennifer back in at 3-3. An odd positioning attempt on the 8-ball last rack. Unforced error for Jennifer to scratch on the 8-ball last rack. Allowed Dinko to get the 3. Should be a 4-2 score, but she's right back in at a 3-3. And with the break, let's see what happens here. Let's see if she's using the glide or the slide. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's called the glide. A little piece of fabric held on a break cue to allow it to slide through really easily through your fingers. It worked well enough for her to pocket a ball, hold the cue ball, and have a decent shot at the 1 here. Yeah, she felt that. Held back on that stroke a little bit, unfortunately. She was a little off center, off straight with that. She wanted to just stop the cue ball and hold it. Wound up throwing the 1 ball a little bit off course. And Dinko just taking it easy here. Nice little safety. Good touch on that. Froze into the 4 ball. That is correct in the chat room there. That is Death Wish. Sometimes we nickname him that. Brooklyn Carl with the NYPD hat on there. Was this big built guy in Death Wish. And Charles Bronson looked at him. You've heard the story too, huh? Well, Dia, we have 52 players. I was last told, in the beginning I was told 50, and then a couple more came straggling in, and they got in. And near bank on the 1 ball, no harm done. So official number of players is 52. An okay turnout with 2 other tour stops in the area. We have a Predator Tour about 40 minutes away, and an ABCD Tri-State Tour about a half hour, 40 minutes away as well. A lot of players in the area that want to play. A lot of people trying to provide platforms for them to play on. We just need more weekends in a month. Dinko give a ball in hand. Jennifer 1 to the 2, success. The correct side of the 2 to the long rail and out. Back to where the 2 is for the 3 ball next. Maybe a little bit more so she can avoid the 9 ball, not have to run into the 9 ball. And come back around the table for the 4 on the side. The 4 in any 3 of those pockets on that long rail where she's standing is fine actually to get to the 5 ball. So let's see what she gives herself on the 3. Yep. She did go for a little bit more. It's a thin cut on the 3, but it's still makeable. I think she's still where she can, in the range where she can pocket the 3. And we'll just have to see what she does with the cue ball. Tough stretch out of position. I know Jennifer's involved in, I believe, yoga and a lot of fitness activities. So she keeps fit, takes care of her health. And I didn't think that that position would pose a challenge, but it was right on the edge of where she needed to stretch and lean or just stretch from with flat feet. And she did great. A little straighter. I don't know if she stops the cue ball there at the 4, if she'll have a straight line at the 5, but that'll not give her a great angle to get on the 7 with. Welcome back to the chat room, New Jersey pool player. It's good seeing you here in your quick visit. I was letting everyone know it was your anniversary and you did the right thing by the wife, spending time with the family. And I know how bad you wanted to participate in this event. So thank you for tuning in. Dinko with an opportunity to go up. First time in this match. A little touchy shot there. Not well executed. He's been sitting in the chair for a little bit. And now he's run into trouble. Goes for the cross corner bank. The safe bank gets great position on the 7 ball. Just misses the bank short. You got to account for that angle shortening up when you're shooting the banks harder. Trying to send the cue ball down table with not that much of an angle. It's going to shorten up your bank a bit, so shoot it a hair wide. Unless he was thinking to shoot it safer and get it back over in the center of the table. Well, thank you very much there, Troy. I'm glad she enjoyed the room. We'll be sure to keep her far, far away from playing the game of pool. That was a tough shot there. Tried to force that 5 in. Well, with the stroke, that is. Yes, both players struggling a little bit with their game here. Neither of them playing all out or free stroking whatsoever. Players having a little tough time here with the lighting for cameras and all. I know there's been a lot of talk about hair in the chat room. Jennifer puts her hair up to cool off, keep it out the way, and bear down to focus on the balls here. Nice cue ball there by Jennifer on that shot. Tried to go for the make on the 5-ball on the kick there. Just missed it. Had to come off that short rail thin. Just missed by, I'd say, a 1/4 inch. Gives Jennifer ball in hand. And another opportunity to go ahead in this match, as she should have been at 4. If that odd 8-ball positioning didn't happen 2 racks ago. Last rack, rather. Nice 2 rails out for the 8. Very good. That's what we were talking about earlier. If we look from overhead, we can see that was a very clear, simple, basic positioning there. 7-ball going forward into the line of the shot of the 8-ball. And now just stopping the cue ball right there for the 9 in the opposite corner. Keep it clean and simple. Actually a little bit more angle, so to the rail and back out to that spot. Nice, clean pool on those last 3 shots. Nice last 3 balls there. Puts Jennifer up 4-3. This is a race to 8. Now Dinko's break, alternate break format. See if Dinko double check that rack this time. He slugged himself earlier. See a nice solid break. Medium break, still a little cluster of balls left up there. 1 ball sitting in the corner. Easy shot with the cue ball there. Pretty open rack. Jennifer should be able to avoid this 3-ball. Oh, I'm sorry, the 5-ball for the 3. Not really have an issue with that. Jennifer might be forced to run into the 5-ball on this shot here without sacrificing the 2. We're trying to avoid the 5 and come back out. Let it just be used as a stopper ball. All you want to do is be on the rail anyhow. Okay, she did come up above it. All right. And now having that much angle off the rail, a little touchy unless she wants to come back across underneath the 9. And the 4 does not go in that pocket. She has to play it by the 6. So I'd rather be straight or wrong, try to bump the 5 and hold it there. She did a very good job holding that cue ball in that shot. Nice easy combination on the 6 here, leaving the 4 there, letting the cue drift forward for the 4 in the same pocket. Let's see what kind of angle she leaves herself when, for the 4-ball to get to the 5. Gotta think ahead of where this 4-ball is going to lie. Okay. On rail straight across, avoiding the side pocket very well. Well done there. With all these players in this event here having those cue extensions to screw in the back of the butt, it's coming into play a lot handier and more commonly than the bridge. Nice shot there. Good speed. Jennifer taking her time here on this shot, making sure she had it. And I guess she wasn't so sure after all. Now that time allowed the doubt to seep in. Sometimes overanalyzing, overthinking does do it. All right, Dinko allowed to get tied up at 4-4 once again. That's two very costly mistakes that would have this match at 6-2 hadn't Jennifer tried some odd type of positioning play on from the 8 to the 9 in one rack, and hadn't she left this 8-9 for Dinko as well. So that's 2 8-balls, one scratch, one hung up in the corner, allowing Dinko a ball in hand on the 9 and 2 balls here, keeping it tied in this race, keeping him in there. Neither player really playing loose and getting their game out. Dry break for Jennifer. Dinko gets to the table. No shot on the 1. Nothing crazy here. It will be done. I think it's going to be a nice little safety play. Trying to send the 1 to the 8. And the cue ball tucked behind the 5-6. Came out a little too much. He has a shot. Not a favorable shot, but I don't think there could be too much harm done. She can play a very easy safety here and send the 1 down table to the bottom of our screen, leaving the cue ball there by the 8. Or she decides to be a little bit more aggressive and go for it. Low right English, fire the 1 in the top left-hand corner and come around 2 to 3 rails rather, right in between the 5-4. Up for the 2 to 3 rails. And she went for it, wrong spot. There's your 3rd rail. Up for the 2, but wrong spot on the 1. Not an easy shot, very missable. Good cue ball by Dinko, but not enough on the 1. A little bit too much on the cue ball, actually. See if Jennifer can come with this shot and take this rack back. No. Both players struggling right now, even pocketing balls. Don't know if the speed of the table, the lights, the spotlight, could be a number of things. I know it's not fatigue coming in yet, but an easy shot on the 1 to the 2 left for Dinko. Let's see if he can get his steady pace going and start chugging along. And once again, I'll mention Dinko's demeanor at the table. Very methodical, very steady. Not a slow player, but won't be confused as being a fast shooter. And in the sense of being careful and cautious, not getting overzealous at any point in time. Same pace, same steadiness. Very nice, clean, solid shooter. Overcut that 4 ball on that one. Got lucky with a kiss there on the 9. Thank you, Sundapin, in the chat there. Appreciate it. Hope you can join us again. I believe she can get a thin hit on this 4 ball and bring it down table, send the cue up by the 5-6 area. She need a little bit thicker. Send that cue ball out. Perfect. Nicely done there. Well done. After Dinko takes a look at this, he's going to go straight to his jump cue, I believe. And here he goes. No real kicking options here, no benefits to it. But a jump could cut the 4 in, hide the cue ball, or hit it full in the face and just stop the cue ball there if possible and bank the 4 in. Longer distance going underhand on a jump, cuts it in very nicely. Cue ball comes around table. And let's see if he has a shot on that 5 on the side, if it works. I think it was going to be just fine on this shot coming around the table for the 8. One rail up. Now another player in attendance that I failed to mention earlier who's very active on the women's circuit in the area here, the JP Newt Tour, Alexandra Calabrese. Her and I believe her brother or some type of relative, I heard the same last name mentioned, I'm not familiar with them, are also here competing in this event. Dinko banks this 9 ball in. Good shot there for the first time. Goes up on Jennifer Barretta here in this race to 8, 5-4. He earned that rack. Jennifer gave him a couple racks earlier with 2 8-ball mistakes. Dinko earning that rack. Maybe now has that win, the advantage in the set, and the break. So this is a great opportunity for him to start building momentum for himself and taking down this set. Dinko can get a better break. He hasn't been too successful on those breaks lately. And decent shot. 2 balls going to drop. And he's going to have a nice shot at the 1 ball. There's that cue ball on center table, which I was mentioning earlier. Dinko's been the only one so far to really keep a hold on that cue ball center of the table with a little bit softer of a break, not going all full force, and sending that 1 ball up table to the corner. He was fortunate to make that 2 ball going back and forth across the table. The wing ball did not go directly in. But here we have a little escape from trouble. Nice little bump there, friendly bump. All right, folks, it's showtime here. Fire the forehand, go up and down, or do we play it safe and send it up table? Just hold the cue ball there. That's right. Send it up and down. Good line there for the 5-9 combo. Great shape, great speed. Dinko makes this. He'll only need 2 to take down this set. All right, there it is. Jennifer at least does get a chance to get possession of the table with the break in this alternate break format. There's a little bit of question in the chat room, or a little bit of chatter questioning the skill levels of these players. Dinko is an A player, has won events involved with open players, and Jennifer also has done the same. She's won a Predator event that had 3 or 4 people in the event that were well over open and even pro status. So she has won that. Maybe not the same style as everyone is accustomed to or speed of play or so, but definitely building her game up to that, and an established female pro player. But anybody is welcome to come on down and try your luck and play in the arena, set up a match. We had 2 lower level players here, as I brought out John Barton and Lou Figueroa to settle some differences in bad blood match. That was only a low B player and a high B player. But rather than hiding behind keyboards, come on down anytime. There are plenty of events in the area. If anyone travels to them, you can always set something up, give a call. Also referring back to that JB match, there was an opener, an undercard with Jennifer Barretta versus Dawn Fox, and Jennifer Barretta prevailed in that match over Dawn in 10 ball, and Dawn actually came in 3rd place this last Super Billiards Expo in the women's pro event, where Allison Fisher took 2nd and Karen Kaur took 1st. So it was Karen Kaur, Allison Fisher, and Dawn Fox. I'm sorry, also Brittany Bryant. It was a single elimination. So 3rd and 4th was Dawn and Brittany. And when Dawn and Jennifer played each other, Jennifer was the victor in that match. So anybody at around the level can beat anybody on that day. I know there's better than anyone out there, but I just rather not see it typed out on keys, and I'd rather see a cue stroking through your fingers. And to invite anybody out there down, if you're in the area or you can get out here to New Jersey, next month we have the New Jersey State 8-Ball Championships coming up. November 1st and 2nd, a Saturday and Sunday event as well. That is also the same, a similar format here. Open to all levels, very affordable entry fees. Just another great event for everyone to get in there, mix it up, some pros, many amateurs, some opens. And then after that, November 6th through 9th is the Accu-Stats Make It Happen Invitational 8-Ball. This is the first time the players will be competing in 8-ball on a 9-foot table. Last time the 8-ball was played on a 10-footer. This time around it'll be on the standard regulation 9-foot table. Dinko takes down that 9-ball to go up to the hill. 7-4 over Jennifer Barretta and the break. He was able to make a ball and have a nice clean shot on the one last break. Let's see if he can keep that and keep Jennifer in her chair to finish off this set. And as far as that goes in the chat room there, to the lone silencer, I do agree with you on that. Two different levels of play, but any given day, someone may be in high gear and someone off their game after a certain level. Funny things happen and anything can happen. Well, both players here really haven't shown their top speeds, both of them struggling a bit. There's a slight adjustment between tables and speed with the lighting here and all. So neither of them have really gotten into the groove and gotten loose. I assume later on throughout the day when the tournament starts dwindling down and players get in gear, in stroke rather, they'll hit a high gear and then we'll see a little bit higher level play as well. After this match, we do have two open speed players coming up to play. We have Richard Brompton and Matt Craw as the next featured match. Could hold on to 2-ball, but what do we have here? See a thin safe on the 4. The 4 does go by, I'm sorry. I didn't see the good angle on that. He did have the 4 in the breakup, but not enough into it. Sticks himself behind the 6, but has a nice easy kick for the 5. He's trying to hit he back cuts the 5 and cue ball goes in the corner. I would have much rather try to hit that 5 on the opposite side that he did. Try to even not kick it to the corner, but rather to the side pocket, but at a medium rate of speed, so that way if it misses, it goes to the top short rail. That's just a safe kick. And keep the cue ball back there. Hitting a little bit on the opposite side that he did. Aiming for the side pocket, but missing it and sending it down up table between the 7-8. Now Jennifer gets ball in hand, and let's see if she can rally herself back. One of the factors in the games of differences, I don't want to get into the differences between men and women on tour, battle of the sexes in this game, but just on a general statement, the mental game is so powerful in this sport that no matter what the physical caliber I believe it's only about 30% physical and 70% mental, just to have the discipline, the focus, the fight in you. I often refer to Darren Appleton as one of the best grinders I've ever seen in the game through my lifetime and the generations of pool that I've been honored to see. I've seen him down by 7 racks, 9 racks, still grind through and come back from behind to win. And that's exactly what Jennifer needs to do here, is find that killer instinct, that drive, that desire to win, and actually overcome the deficit of the three racks. She already gave away 2 racks, which should have her ahead still at this point. But with those 2 mistakes on those 8 balls, 1 scratch and 1 bobbled up in the corner there, that has her in a position now where her opponent's on the hill and she's battling from behind when she's the one that should be sitting on the hill at this point. Well, let's see how she plays the 6th ball. Both of them missed, and she has an opportunity to hang in there and keep Dinko sitting on the hill, but couldn't get past that 9 ball. All right, folks, back on the mic, sorry. I see we still have the safety battle going on back here. Let's see if our kicking system comes into play here. Oh, a bit wide. Surprising it went wide on that shot. Usually these rails will tend to bank tighter, if anything, and she hit it with enough speed to tighten up, but unless her aim was wide to begin with. With ball in hand and 3 balls on the table does not look good for a comeback attempt here, or opportunity rather. Dinko has this 9 ball to take down the set. Coming up next, we have Matt Craw and Richard Brompton, Pennsylvania resident. Delaware resident with Matt Craw, and a part-time Floridian, part-time Jersey boy, Richard Brompton. Coming up next, as Dinko Busanich takes down Jennifer Barretta 8-4 in the 2014 New Jersey State Championship 9-ball event here, done in conjunction with the Mez Tour Pro-Am Tour, Mez Pro-Am 9-ball Tour. We have our sponsors and supporters in Jab Cues and Things. That's J-A-B, Cues and Things. We have live stream brought to you by the one and only Accu-Stats Video Productions, the true professionals of stream. Don't forget to tune in next week at the U.S. Open, where the Accu-Stats crew will be there on site. After this event, they'll be packing up and headed down to Virginia for the U.S. Open. You'll be able to find the live stream link on their website, www.accu-stats.com. Follow them down to Virginia if you can't make it there in person. Of course, the U.S. Open is not an event to miss. We're coming to you live from Sandcastle Billiards in the Aramith Simonis Arena. I want to say thank you to Simonis Cloth, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramith Balls, Jab Cues and Things, and the Mez Pro-Am 9-Ball Tour. Hello and thank you to OnTheBreakNews.com, another one of our supporters and friends in the industry. There you see you have the Accu-Stats 8-Ball Invitational coming up November 6th through 9th. 8-ball on the regulation 9-foot table you see before you. Francisco Bustamante, Darren Appleton, Shane Van Boning, plus 3 more. Make sure you visit www.accustats.com to put in your vote by purchasing a VIP